Hello and welcome to the Supercast. I'm your host, Superintendent Anthony Godfrey. They walked and received a one-year college degree before stepping onto the stage to receive their high school diplomas. On this episode of the Supercast, meet some incredibly smart and driven students in what is called the Jordan Prep program. Find out how dedicating their summers to a rigorous academic STEM program starting in 6th grade propelled the students to college success while they were still in high school. We're talking today with Stacy Pierce, the specialist over Jordan Prep. And this is a really big day for Jordan Prep. And for you and for a lot of students.
It is indeed. So my kids have been with us since they're 11 and 12, right out of 6th grade. And they've been in the program for 7 years. And today they walked at Salt Lake Community College with a one-year engineering, drafting, manufacturing, technology degree. I'm very proud of them.
And tell us about that degree.
So for 2 years, they've been taking classes at Salt Lake Community Campus with college professors. They were required to take 7 engineering classes and 3 general education classes. And that's what's required to finish the one-year certificate that moves seamlessly into a 4-year degree.
So they are graduating with a one-year certificate before they graduate from high school later this month.
3 weeks from now is their high school graduation, and they've already walked at a college graduation.
That feels pretty awesome. That is fantastic.
Amazing.
For those who don't know or are unfamiliar with the program, talk about Jordan Prep. What does it entail? What's it all about?
So the prep program was started 40 years ago in Texas to help underrepresented students prepare themselves for careers in STEM. It's a very math-intensive program. The students, I would say, invest 4 summers of their summer vacations to take very rigorous academic classes. And at the end of that, then they start the college portion of the program. We have over 50% female students, over 50% minority students. 70% of the students are lower income. And it's about around 70% also are first generation college. Their parents did not go to college, and they'll be the first generation to go to college.
And what I love about the prep program is that it starts students early. It's not, hey, you're a junior, what are some things we can do before you leave to help launch you into a successful future? It starts in 6th grade.
It starts in 6th grade. I was an engineer for 30 years, and when I left to start a STEM program for underrepresented students, I knew we had to grab them then. If we didn't grab them then, it was too late.
Yeah.
So luckily, I stumbled onto the prep program, and it was already in Utah at UVU, and we brought it. We're the only school district in the nation with a prep program.
Yes, that is a source of pride for me as well. That's pretty exciting. Tell me, so this is, when you start in 6th grade, that's high motivation. That's longer term goal setting than most 6th graders are focused on. Tell me about the growth you've seen in these students from 6th grade.
Oh my goodness. I can't believe it. There's a kid sitting right behind me, and boy, he was hyper. Yeah. And now his ambition is to score 36 on the ACT and head to MIT, and he's just rocking the world. The growth is amazing. I mean, I could tell you personal stories about every single one of these kids.
I know you've been very personally involved with each student. During COVID, you drove to their homes, because when we look at 6 years, that covers a lot of ground. A lot of things have happened in these last 6 years, and I remember pictures of you driving to their homes, delivering materials, just making sure that the momentum continued. Talk to me about some of the activities that have happened over time.
So before COVID hit, our retention was almost 100%. The only students we lost were students that moved. During COVID, it was difficult, but we had a very successful year. We did rewrite the curriculum completely so that we could do it online, and we had a very successful year. Then we had some attrition, but we're back up to 95% retention in the program. So
That's
I'm very,
fantastic.
very proud of that.
Tell me, what are some of the expectations you have for students? What do you hope they got out of the program beyond the degree?
Okay, so I'll just repeat the words of one of our professors this quarter. He said he's teaching 4 different classes, and the Jordan Prep students feel comfortable in the college classes. They articulate very well. They're a community, they're a family. They support each other extremely well. And they're very thoughtful in their contributions to the class and not scared to speak up in class. So I think they found their voice, they found a community, and they've raised their academic achievement to a level they can go on and be successful.
And the name Jordan Prep, you're really living up to that because they are prepared for great things. This one-year degree really launches them into a lot of opportunities, and I assume they're all interested in continuing in the STEM area.
99% are interested in pursuing STEM. One is joining the Air Force, so his mother can gain citizenship, and then he'll become a mechanical engineer. He scored very high on the entrance exam, and he credits that to Jordan Prep.
I think that's tremendous, absolutely tremendous. I know you've poured yourself into this program. How does that feel to see this today?
It's a dream come true. It's an absolute dream come true. What I wanted to do was help underrepresented students, and it's proven out that this is a program that can help underrepresented students.
And has helped these students. We're talking about 11 students who graduated today,
11
is that right?
students out of my initial 25, 10 who moved.
Well, it's fantastic to be here today. I'm so excited to celebrate with you and with them and their families. We'll talk with some students and families and hear their reaction as well. But thank you for all the incredible work that you've done with these students and these families.
Oh, you're welcome. It's been my dream come true. It's a pleasure. Thank you.
When we come back, find out more about the Jordan Prep program.
Does your student want to become a veterinarian, commercial pilot, programmer? Maybe they want to make a difference as a dental assistant, work in digital media, robotics, welding, or web design. These are some of the programs offered as part of Career and Technical Education, CTE, in Jordan School District. CTE provides the technical skills needed to prepare students for future employment and/or a successful transition to post-secondary education. Career and Technical Education provides work-based learning opportunities. We partner with industry experts to offer apprenticeships and internships with students working in the real world at real jobs while going to school. The CTE experience starts in our elementary schools with the Kids Marketplace and grows through middle and high school. Our two Jordan Academy for Technology and Careers, JATC campuses, offer unique programs to fit your child's dreams for the future. To explore all CTE has to offer in Jordan School District, visit cte.jordandistrict.org today, and let's get your child started on the pathway to a profession.
We're talking now with Natalia, who just graduated. Tell me about how that experience went.
Well, when I first got there, it was kind of weird. I was just like, where do I go? And so I kind of just followed everyone. And then we were just waiting for everyone, like all our classmates to get there. And we were kind of all just together, and we waited a really long time because it was, I don't know, we just got there really early. And then it was moment to get like in line to go get seated, and we were kind of nervous, like me and my friends were kind of nervous. And we were going inside the building, and it was just like, no way we're in here. And like the vibes like felt so cool, like
Yeah.
we felt really cool, like walking in there as high school students and like not even graduating high school yet, and we were already gonna graduate college. And
What went through your mind as you walked across the stage?
It was just kind of surreal, like no way this is happening, like no way I'm graduating. And like as a first generation student too, it's just like my friends are watching me, and it's like I'm doing this for them, you know? Yeah.
And have you felt that your friends were inspired by what you were doing in Jordan Prep?
Yes, my friends have actually told me that before, where they're like, oh, I wish I did this with you. Like, I wish I joined earlier so I could have done this, because some of them kind of don't know where they want to go yet. And they're kind of just seeing me as, like, a role model, and, like, oh, like, I'm proud of what you did, and, like, that you were able to accomplish something before even, like,
How has
everyone
your
else.
family reacted to this accomplishment?
My parents are really proud. Like I said, I'm a first generation, so my mom never graduated from high school. My dad did, but graduating college is crazy because I don't know. They always like push me to work hard in school and like do what they couldn't do, and doing it for them. Like every time I wanted to give up, it was just like, no, like you should do it, keep going. Like your parents never were able to do this, so like you should do it for them. And I saw they were crying, and it made me sentimental and like almost crying. And yeah, I hope they're proud. Yeah.
I know they are. There's no question about that. Tell me what you have planned next after this. This is a great start to a lot of wonderful things in your life. What's next?
I plan going on to Weber State University.
I went to Weber State as well.
Really? Did you
Good
enjoy
choice.
Yeah,
It was
okay.
fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
What do you want to study at Weber State?
I want to study interior design. So I kind of like, I love like the AutoCAD drawing and like all of that and like computer drawing. And I know that's something similar that's going to go into that. And I always enjoy like putting stuff together. Like even when I was little, I'll design little like rooms for my dolls and stuff. And yeah, I always make sure the colors look nice with each other, or the fabrics, or like whatever. And so I think going into that.
So you've already had a lot of preparation for interior design, starting with the doll houses.
Yes, ever since I was like 8.
That's fantastic.
Yes.
Tell me, what are some of the most memorable times during the Jordan Prep program?
I know this is kind of silly, but the field trips, I feel like that's a way that everyone got closer because, like, obviously you're not doing work. I do remember my first year, since like everyone was new, this program was new, no one knew what was going on. It was kind of like we were like testing out everything, and like our TAs, I remember our TAs were really fun, and like I loved my TA. And then throughout these past 2 years with like doing it at the college, I saw like it was just kind of fun going. Like we had a routine down where we go on the bus every day and we'd like miss lunch, and I would complain like all the time, like, oh, I can't have lunch with my friends. But at the end of the day, like I graduated from college, and I'm kind of grateful I'm like really grateful actually for that. But
So there was sacrifice along the way.
yes,
But you're feeling all those rewards today.
yes, I am. And yeah, and like on the bus rides, me and my friends would just talk, and the projects we ended up doing, or yeah.
It sounds like the friendships and connections you made with other students were a very important part of the program.
Yeah, I'm a very like sociable person once I get to know someone, and just like I got closer with my friends like throughout these 2 years because I was forced to, like I couldn't change out of my class, so I was kind of like, oh, like I'll get to know them, and it was really good because I love them now, and I think I'm not positive, but my friend might be going to Weber as well.
Wow.
So we might room together, but
Great.
we're not sure yet. We're not
Fellow
sure.
Wildcats, possibly.
Yes.
Fingers crossed.
Hopefully.
Obviously, you're going to take the things that you learned with you on the field trips, from your TAs, in your college classes. It sounds like you're taking friendships with you as well.
I want to keep in touch and see what everyone does, like in like 4 years once we graduate from high school, or like 6 and 10. I just want to see where everyone's at, and then I don't know. In the summer, I am working with a couple of them as a TA here in this program.
Oh, really?
So
you're coming back as a TA?
Yeah, as a TA instead of a student.
Wow.
So it's kind of full circle moment.
Not only do you get to have a positive impact on your friends as you work together and watch each other through the years to come, but you get to be a positive influence on those sixth graders starting out, and hopefully get them to a day just like today was for you.
Yeah, and I hope I can explain it to them, like maybe at the end of the program, so they can keep going and like show them like that is just worth it. Like just keep pushing through, and it's actually going to be really fun at the end of the day. Like.
I love that. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
This is well earned, well deserved, and I can't wait to hear what you do from here.
Thank you.
We're talking now with Arlen. You just walked into the Jordan Prep celebration, and I recognized you right off. You were on the podcast just a few weeks ago for Mr. Jorgensen's class, talking about the Beatles and other music. And here you are celebrating graduation from college. I'm so excited for you. So many people were impressed when they heard your interview on the earlier episode. How are you feeling today, graduating with your one-year degree?
Well, to be completely honest, I'm very ecstatic. At first, kind of like a lot of kids, I was like, bro, I don't want to go to graduation. This feels like a big waste of time. Like, I'm just going to go there, sit down, and then get a little piece of paper. But, like, at first, you hold that mentality, but as soon as you walk in and you see everybody around you, you're like, all right, maybe I judged it a little too hard, because I walked in and instantly my face started smiling. I was like, hey, you know what, Sarah, this is kind of cool. This is kind of exciting.
It's very exciting.
And then,
we're thrilled for all of you. It's really awesome. How did it feel? How did it feel when you walked across that stage?
Oh, walking across the stage, it was nerve-wracking, but it felt so great.
Yeah.
Because, like, a little part of you's nervous, but the majority of you is like, this is so sick. Like, I'm like, it's not that I'm just like everyone else right now, but we're all feeling the same, like, level of excitement. And it was so satisfying to be able to do that, especially because recently, since the high school graduation isn't too far off from our slick graduation, my mom sounded more excited for my high school graduation. I'm like, Mom, I'm graduating from college. That's pretty sick. And she's been like, yeah, good job. But as soon as I walked across that stage, I was like, okay, yeah. It's not that she wasn't excited for me too. It's just that it's two things to be excited for. So
there's so much going on in your life. It's hard to pick what to be most excited about. And speaking of that, you have other things coming up very shortly in June. Tell us about that.
Oh yeah, so no one else knows this. I lied. A lot of people know this already. But I'm going to be going to the Air Force, and I want to make a long career path out of it. I want to go actually be a pilot for the Air Force if that's possible. And I know it's a lot of work, but in June, I'm going to be finally heading out to boot camp. I've been enlisted since February, so that's February, March, April, May. That's about 3 months so far. So I've been enlisted for about 3 months so far. So finally in boot camp, all the training I've been doing so far is going to show. And I'll go to boot camp until, I'll finish in September. So I'll finish September 24th, and I'll be going to tech school after that, and I'll be back November 24th officially. So I'm really excited to be heading out to boot camp. My technical sergeant asks all the time, he's like, do you guys think you're ready? And it's just like, oh, I'm as ready as I'll ever be. Like, I'm ready to get
So you're ready. You're ready.
Yeah.
What are some of the things that you've been doing to prepare?
I mean, the big thing is studying. Like, obviously, boot camp, you're going to get broken down, and they're going to be big on, like, you need to be able to do your push-ups, your sit-ups, your run time.
Right.
And you need to be able to, as they put it, you need to be in a high-stress situation with low risk and perform really, really well. So I've really been practicing with the studying aspect, because that's kind of a little low-key. A lot of people don't realize, but boot camp has a lot of studying in it. You need to know your chain of command. You need to know the insignia for ranks. You need to know the ranks. You need to know your Air Force song and your Air Force creed. There's a lot of stuff you need to know about studying. And, you can obviously just focus on your physicality and be like, all right, well, as long as it's easy physically, everything else will be fine. But, like, I don't know if you all have ever experienced this, but when I was younger, my mom would try to teach me math, or my older brothers, and I wouldn't understand it. So they get super frustrated at me, and then that makes it hard on me to understand it.
Right.
So I'm like, all right, I'm just going to learn what I need to learn beforehand. I'll be solid physically, and then once I get there, all it is just hear the screaming, hear what they say, not how they say it, and then internalize whatever I need to know.
You are prepared.
So
hear what
I'm
they
excited.
say, not how they say it, and you're focusing on the mental. I've always been impressed with you since we met on that interview, and you've got a great future ahead of you. I have zero doubt of that. So I'm excited. You have another graduation coming up with boot camp. You'll graduate from boot camp before you know it.
I've said that like 4 times today. I told my older brother, I'm like, this college graduation was pretty easy. I got 3 more coming up. I graduated 4 times this year. And, like, even though I just put it out there like as a little joke, I'm actually excited about it. I'm like, 4 graduations in 1 year? Who gets to say that? Like,
yeah, well, I'm glad I was here to celebrate number 1 with you. This is tremendous. Like I said, you have great things ahead of you, and I'm really proud of what you've done. You've worked hard.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
And you have a lot of challenges ahead of you that you're preparing for and that will take you to great heights. So congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks for joining us on another episode of the Supercast. Remember, education is the most important thing you will do today. We'll see you out there.